is up, everybody? It's Big Outrage One coming at you guys again for another wonderful episode of the Butch Femme Discussion. I've shifted from Sundays to Fridays, so now you'll see me on Fridays. So that's really cool, and I want to give a shout out to everybody that's been sending me comments and sending me messages and showing me love, and those that even came from the Butch Femme Discussion and came and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate that love. I really do enjoy this channel. Let me tell you why I love the Butch Femme Discussion. Let me tell you why. But there's a whole bunch of discussion channels on YouTube. It's a couple of LGBT discussion channels on YouTube. But to me, what makes the Butch Femme Discussion appealing is that it has more of a mature swag to it than the other ones. So it's more, content. You get more quality out of the videos and what people are saying. And people, the people that make videos for our discussion, they really go in depth. They really think about what they want to say, and you walk out of that with some quality and some fun, topics and fun things, but you still walk out of there with quality. So that's why I love the Butch Femme Discussion. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go over there in that corner, hit that yellow button, and go over there and subscribe. Alright, so as you all know, this week's topic is basically on what will happen when you die, when you're gone with your partner. And so I've seen all the videos, and everyone has taken the perspective of what do you do as far as making your partner having the rights of attorney or power of attorney over your estate, the kids, the family support, and all of that. So I wanted to take a different spin on the video, give you guys a different perspective. So when I'm gone, getting out of the legal aspect of it, getting out of the possible family conflict of the whole situation, when I'm gone, if I die before my partner, or something happens, I want to be able to say that I did the best that I could, spent as much time with her and the family if we have kids, and that I loved her. I couldn't love her any less. So basically, when I was alive, I would want to ask myself, while I still have time, have I spent as much time with her as her and the kids as much as I wanted to? Have I set up everything so when the likelihood of something bad happening, that they will be emotionally and financially stable enough to support themselves? But most of all, did I love her as much as I said that I did? That means waking up every morning, loving her, giving her a kiss before you go to work, maybe calling her every couple of times while you're at work. Not every day, that can be annoying, but coming home, still doing romantic things. Did I keep our love alive, and was it true? A lot of people take relationships and take people that are in relationships for granted. That because you know that you have them, especially if you're in a civil union or something like that, or you're married, just because you know that you have that person, you kind of let things slip. You kind of let the romance slip. You kind of let the love slip. And romance is the language of love. So that's how you show someone that you love them, is if you speak the language of love. You speak romance. So if the romance is gone and you don't really hang out with them as much, you don't really talk as much, you're kind of closed up and you just going throughout the motions. When you're gone, or when I'm gone, I want to be able to say to myself, you know what? I loved her as much as I could. I fulfilled all the promises that I said that I could. And I don't want to feel like for one moment that I did not give her everything that she deserved. Because if she's with me and she's my lover and she's my partner, and especially if it's someone that I married, then I know that she's worth it. She's worth the time. She's worth the effort. Someone told me to never go to bed angry at your partner. All right, never go to bed angry at anyone, but especially at your partner, especially if you sleep in the same bed, because life happens and things in life can happen really, really fast, and especially tragic things, and you don't ever want to have that regret. So every time you lay down at night, if you have an argument or whatever, just roll over and you tell them that you love them, regardless. It doesn't even matter. You can still be angry, you can still be pissed off, because sometimes you need that time to work that out. But when you die, it shouldn't be no shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It shouldn't be any of that. If you love that person enough, regardless if you're in an argument or not, it takes nothing to roll over and say, I love you. Send a text, I love you. That's kind of impersonal, but, you know, it depends on how your relationship is. You know, or calling them saying, I love you. Because there's nothing like waking up the next morning and realizing that this person is gone. A friend of mine asked me, what is my biggest regret? And my biggest regret was before my grandmother died, and my grandmother was like my life. Like I love her so much. And I say she passed away, but I still say love because my love for her is still really strong. But my biggest regret was she was dying of cancer in the hospital, and I was really small. I was like maybe 11 or 12 maybe. And she was in the hospital, and we could sense that she wasn't going to have much time left. And so all of the grandkids and everybody was in there, and, you know, we hugged her, and I believe we told her we loved her. I'm sure we did. And she had an oxygen mask on her face, so it was really hard for her to talk. And so I remember walking out of that room. And she must have taken, it was my sister and I, and she must have taken the oxygen mask off briefly. And I could hear her. I'm in the hallway. I'm in the hospital hallway, about to walk out with my cousin because we were about to go home. And she must have took the oxygen mask off. And I remember, as clear as day, her gathering up enough strength to say that I love you too. And I am in the hall, and I took for granted the amount of time that I had left with her. I was thinking, oh, I should run back in the room, give her another hug, give her another kiss, tell her that I love her again. But I didn't. I walked down the hall, I went home. The next day, she died. And to this day, that is my biggest regret. That I didn't turn back around and tell one of the people that I loved so much that I loved her. And then, I know, people will say, oh, she loved you anyway, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But that's my biggest regret. So, when I am gone, of course I want all the legal stuff and everything to be right and tight and everything to be good. But I also want to be content with myself, knowing that I loved them as hard as I could. That my love for them was as true as possible. That I didn't pass up any opportunities to be with them, that our arguments were short-lived. I'm not saying don't have arguments with your partner, but that our arguments were short-lived, and that we took advantage of at least most of the opportunities that we had to show each other that we loved each other. So I charge all of you that are in relationships and all of that, and if you're truly in love and you're in a marriage or whatever, to never take life or your partner for granted. Carpe diem, seize every day. Seize every day with them. Tell them that you love them every day. Because trust, if something were to happen, the people that are at funerals, and they're the ones that's going off, that are crying uncontrollably, that are passing out on the floor and all that, those are the people that didn't spend as much time with the person as they should have. And they have regrets. I want to be able to, if someone's at my funeral, or if I'm at someone's funeral, to be like, you know what? I did the best that I could. I love them as much as I did. And I don't have any regrets about that. So when I'm gone, that's what I want it to feel like. Complete and whole. Alright? So that's my take on it. You guys let me know what you think. you know, what you should do when you're gone, if you're passed away, for your partner, just let me know. Let me know if you're feeling it. All right, and so I guess that is the end of the episode. I'll see y'all next week for another wonderful Friday holiday discussion. We'll see if I can hook up another suit or something like that. We'll see what we can do. All right, so remember, at the end of every episode, I want you to laugh as long as you breathe and love